And it's lights out and away we go. And that's a very dodgy start from the Ferrari there of Beck. And Rowley's jumped him immediately there. He's going to try and have a go as well as it almost made contact. The Williams actually going over the turn one there. But Darvel manages to get a good cutaway. And it seemed like he's managed to jump away very quickly. But Rowley and Beck still going side by side through turn 5. As Banyard has retired from the session. That could bring out an early safety car, and he is. I did think this was going to be a very safety car heavy race, and it has already proven to be that case. And we've got 5 red lights. And it's away we go. Charavana gets a good start. The Ferrari of Greeno doesn't get a good start. Looks like he's going to get swamped up by Morgan there into turn 1. And Charavana leads the way. Followed by Blakey, who's going to attack down the inside immediately. Charavana's going to go defensive. Both on the medium compound. And Charavana leads. Blakey looks to go down the inside. Thinks better of it. But Charavana goes a bit wide. Is Blakey going to be able to come back at him into turn 7? I made that up. It's like turn 5, I think. But still Charavana under an incredible amount of pressure. Actually dry now. And looks like Blakey's going to go for it again. Immediately looking to try and get ahead of Charavana as soon as he can. Just moving further down the grid as well. Schramper and Gibbo changing places. And then just behind them, it's a battle of Med Bull and a Mercedes. And the Mercedes takes a bit of contact there. Ends up going into the walls. A bit of contact between Corey and Sharp there. And Corey takes the position. But already after one lap, Blakey is in the lead. Goes a bit wide there on turn 11. And that's Pavey going down right down the order. Rowley's also right back there as well. So not a great start for him. And Charavana looks like he's getting under attack by Greeno and Morgan once again. Don't know if he's going to be able to hold on. He does for now. And Greeno under pressure from Morgan. And Lee looking to go either side, trying to go 3 wide at the turn 4. Greeno stays ahead for now, but Morgan looking to go down the inside on the next corner. And just gets swiped by Carbon there, by Greeno. And Greeno retains P3. Morgan falls right down the order. Back on over this fight between Cross and Sharp. Sharp's got the DRS. Looks into turn 3. Thinks better of it. But he is right behind that Mercedes. And Alexander's had an issue as he starts falling down the pack. And he goes for another spin. We'll let him deal with that in peace. And Greeno is right behind Lee now. So it looks like this is a position where Greeno can actually get the move done. Maybe he's starting to feel the pressure from Darvel right behind. Points do equal prizes. That is correct. And currently, both AGC drivers are in the points. I don't know if Greeno's just not making the move and just choosing to sit there, or if he can't. If he just doesn't have the low enough wings to get it done. Not losing out massively. As Gibbo picks up a 3-second time penalty. That is not good. That's unfortunate. Not what you want at this stage of the race. And it looks like Darvel's going to go for the move on Greeno. And he gets that move done. Darvel up to P4 now. And right behind Lee. May also try to get Lee on this DRS zone. Lee holds on to P3 for now. But I think it's only a matter of time. Darvel on the harder compound, but just looks faster. Probably is faster, and Gibbo does come to the pits. That's the first of our medium runners in the pits. Is it time to put the hards on instead of the mediums, or is this a massive undercut from Gibbo? After, hopefully, when he comes back out, he should be in front of Lee. That's what we'll be hoping for. Lee started to put the burners on, and it's actually they've pulled away from Gibbo. They've pulled away from Greeno, as Rowley's also catch up with Greeno as well. I think Greeno's used everything he can, and it looks like once again Darvel's going to get the move done into this turn. With Crosby and P14. And look at Rowley's had a spin in Sector 2 as he's dropped right down the order. So a little bit of breathing room for Greeno now. Come on, let's find a battle. Let's find a battle. Here's one. And Darvel comes out the pits in P3. He's finally pitted, put on the mediums to go to the end of the race now. And he is behind. But Gibbo is going to try and attack Darvel into turn 3. Obviously, Darvel's tyre is much colder. Gibbo's taking full advantage. Go to these two fighting in the constructors now, separated by 1 point. Although Gibbo's still got a pit, he'll want to do everything he can to try and maybe slow up Darvel so he can't catch the top 2. The only thing I can think of what they're doing. Oh, but close now. Not a good exit from Gibbo, and not really much of a defense against Darvel. Unless he tries to go for the cutback, which he's trying, and they're going to go side by side through turn 14. Gibbo comes back out in front there. There's a good move, good cutback there by Gibbo. It's further down, Vernon and Lee having a good battle. They're also going side by side. Vernon's going to be back in front. The Lee looking to go down the inside, doesn't get it moved done. And it looks like that's pretty much dead at this point. Gibbo still under attack from Darvel. DRS now activated. No move yet. I think he's still actually catching the two in front of them as well. As Charavane picks up another 3-second time penalty. So it's now up to 6 seconds. Not good for him at all. So does Morgan as well. Another 3-second time penalty up to 6 seconds. As Corey moves to P9 as Pavy's just coming out of the pits. The two med balls very close, pretty much in their own race on track at the moment. And once again, Gibbo and Darvel. Darvel's going to go around the outside and gets the move done into turn 9. You guys don't know what it is anyway. I'm going to say turn 9. Despite it saying turn 11, that is not accurate. And it looks like Darvel has finally got the move done, and he can start pushing on to catch Charavana and Blakey. I don't think Gibbo going to have the opportunity to come back at him at this next straight. There's a good battle between P1 and P2 right now. Blakey's going defensive, but needs to get a move on as Darvel just sets the fastest lap of the race. He is on the charge. 10 laps left to go. The gap is 5 seconds. That between Lee and Vernon is still going strong, as it is between Morgan and Greeno. No movement yet. And Schramper is all over the back of Cross in the battle for P13. He's got better tyres as well. Can't get the move done into turn 1. Can't get it done to turn 3 either. He'll be stuck behind him once again. And Morgan has got the move done. And it's now up into P6. Morgan hasn't got the move done. What was I looking at? So Lee's got the move done on Vernon. Looks like he did it into turn 13. Vernon's got the DRS to come back at him. But it's hard to get that move done into turn 1. Especially the way it sweeps right. Still has a DRS on the next straight up to turn 3. But no move. Lee up to P7. Vernon P8. And Dival just sets another fastest lap of the race. He is coming, and he is coming very fast. Blakey having a brilliant race. He's led every single lap after getting ahead of Caravana. And it looks like Darville is coming to take his position. 9 laps left to go. But still, this would be the most amount of points. Like, if Blakey finishes in the top 3 here, it'll be more points that we've scored throughout the rest of the season. Morgan all over the back of Greeno. Looks like he's had a better exit to the corner there. Morgan's looking at DRS. He's going to do side by side with Greeno. Still side by side. And yeah, he's been a bit wary. I think he went for that move last time into that corner down the inside, and it just did not come off at that time. He thought better than sticking his nose in there. Lee and Vernon once again get very close. Looks like Vernon is not letting Lee go. Back on board with this fight between Morgan and Greeno. Morgan's a bit wide there. Wouldn't be surprised if that was a warning. Has DRS down this straight, but it's hard to get the overtake done into that 90-degree right-hand corner because that curb just gives you nothing. Vernon and Lee getting close as well. I don't know which move's going to happen first. Greeno goes really defensive, as in so defensive that he's looked like he was going into the pits or something. So he doesn't have to fight too hard as Morgan has that 6-second time penalty. And Vernon not able to get past Lee. But you see how close he is. He's much closer to Lee than Morgan was to Greeno. Once again, no overtake done. And there's some overtakes going on further back. Crosby has got past court for P16. Vernon's actually lost a little bit of time to Lee now. We look back at our front two, and yeah, it looks like Darville's now in that DRS chain, the DRS train. And you can just see he's there, he's hunting them down. He's not quite in the DRS yet, but he might as well be. Not sure what the game plan is, as Gibbo has boxed off that second set of mediums, probably on for a set of softs now. Maybe take fastest lap point and see what other positions he can overtake. He's going to fall, come up behind Lee and Vernon. It's going to be very, very close between the two of them. He's come up right ahead of Vernon. Much colder tyres. They are soft, but much colder. Should only take about half a lap to warm up. I'm surprised if he goes a bit wide there. No, he does well. But he has fallen, come up behind Lee. Morgan looking very close. Looks like he could get the overtake done into turn 9. Not quite. Greeno does go defensive and compromise his line throughout this next couple of corners. Vernon tries to come back at Gibbo. Go back on board with Morgan and Greeno, and it looks like a little bit of a contact there. And Morgan's now going to catch back up to Greeno. It is a difficult place to overtake. Six laps left of the race. And I'm sure Blakey and Charavan would have wanted to have been would have wanted it to have been 24 laps, as they've now got Darvel right behind them, who has got a fair chunk of ERS still. I know Blakey had pretty much used all of his. But it could be another situation where he struggles to get by if Charavana sort of stays there, and it's a bit of a buffer for Blakey, to be honest. So Charavana could become Blakey's new best friend, and he takes a lot of curb there. Would not have been surprised if that was a warning. Also wouldn't have been surprised if it wasn't. Crosby getting close to Schramper. That Sharp that's come to the pits. Unfortunately, he can't serve. It's 18 seconds. That'll be added on to his finishing time. Darvel was very close. Charavan and Matu. No movement yet. You know, lap cars. This could be good for Blakey and Charavan and Matu. They could get dragged along. Gibbo is all over the back of Lee, obviously on the fresh softs. I don't think there's going to be much Lee can do, and he gets the move done very early on the start-finish straight. Lee tries to go as defensive as he can, but there is just no stopping that, and Gibbo is now up into P6. Go back on board with this fight, and it looks like Darvel has got the move done on Charavan and Murtu. You see his red flashing light, he's got nothing left. And that is Darvel up into P2 now. Has almost completed the last to first. Got one more drive at Blakey, and it'll be so heartbreaking as he's done so well to hold on to this lead throughout the race. Hasn't put a foot wrong. The RAC not only haven't ever had a podium, they've never had a win. But even if the win does get taken away, as it looks like it's about to on this straight, he might have been saved this lap because of the DRS from the lapped vehicles. But it is coming. Lap 26 out of 29. And that is a Williams and Crosby somehow doing a 180 back there, as that's Gibbo setting the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He's close to getting within Morgan's time penalties. I think Charavan Matu be worried about is hoping these two maybe have a collision. I think Blakey will try and defend hard. We get a yellow flag in sector 3. And oh, it looks like Darvel's going to get the move done into this corner. He's better of it. Blakey leaves the room. That's not where he wanted to get the move done. As Greeno picks up a 3-second time penalty. That's not what you wanted. Not with Morgan breathing down his neck, but I think it's going to be time to get swap over for the lead. 3 laps left to go. DRS open. You can see Blakey has no ERS. He's used it all. Needs to be careful because I think Caravana's going to come back into this fight. And all it takes is one driver just to have an ambitious move to ruin your race. Got Rowley all over the back of Pavey. And Pavey with that red flashlight, you can tell he's harvesting ERS. He managed to save up a bit of the corner, but on this straight, Rowley will get the move done. And a move for P1 and P2. It looks like Darvel has finally got it done, and it's up to P1. I've successfully managed to miss both of those overtakes, but Darvel up to P1, Blakey down to P2, and Rowley up to P9, Pavey down to P10. Close battle behind between Sharp and Corey. And Morgan getting close to the back of Garino. Third time's the charm. He's gone for this overtake so many times now. And just pushed them both into the path of Gibbo, who is on a little bit of a charge, about 2.5 seconds back. Blakey trying to stay with Darville. Not quite able to stay with him. Looks like Darville's now got out of that DRS, obviously on the softer compound, so a bit easier to do. Like, he's not a terrific driver. I'm not going to take that away from him in these final 2 laps. Morgan still stuck behind Carvin. That absolute dump truck of a Ferrari has been a roadblock for Morgan, and I'm sure Morgan's going to go to sleep at night with nightmares about that rear end. Can he get it done now? There's only 2 laps left, 1.5 laps after they cross the line. Last lap of the Grand Prix, final lap. Blakey trying to get close enough to Darville, he's just not able to do it. And it was so close, it was literally only a second between the two. You see Darville's used all of his battery as well. And Morgan's so close to Carino now. He's got 30% ERS. I don't know how much Carino's got. You can see how wide he's going, how much he's pushing. But still not able to get the move done. On the exit, Carino defended hard. He's got no ERS left. And they're now going to go side by side into the turn. Can Morgan finally get it done? Carino defends hard, shoves it onto the curb. Stays ahead as Corey sets a fast lap of the Grand Prix. Darville P1, Blakey P2, Ravana P3. Back on board the battle for P4 as Morgan goes in for a spin right at the end. Well, that is so unfortunate. Second to last corner. Carino is going to come across the line in P4. Gibbo in P5. Lee not far behind in P6. A little bit faster. He could have taken that with time penalties. Morgan in P7, but I think Vernon and Vernon's going to jump from Morgan P8. Rowley in 59. Looks like he's got a fairly solid gap. And then the final point scoring place is going to go to Pavey. He's actually just had a spin, but still going to get the final point scoring place. That's what I mean. You just got to be consistent. And you can even get away with a little spin. But well, I think we all know Darvin's going to be driving a day after that one. But after the quality of race performance of Blakey is such an improvement. But I feel like giving it to him. And then Charavana have another solid race for the Royal Artillery and finish on the podium.